My fiance cheated on me. I've 32 female been with my fiance 33 male for 5 years. We were supposed to get married last August, but made the tough decision to postpone our big day until August of 2022 because a lot of our older family members had expressed concerns with flying and being around a crowd of people. I met him at work. We are both hairstylists at a higher end salon. It's not a really creative environment. Occasionally you'll get someone who wants rainbow hair, but other than that it's very generic colors and cuts. Like 9 months ago, he told me he was feeling really depressed and stagnant at work and wanted to quit and work in a more creative environment. I supported him and he started working at a new salon within the month. Literally everyone who works there is in their early to mid-20s besides him. Instantly he was so much happier, and within a few weeks he expressed his desire to start trying for a family and wanting me to come off the pill. I told him though it would be better to wait a little while, preferably after the wedding, because he wasn't bringing in the same money he used to. Some of his clients followed him, but the majority didn't, so his book/money was cut in half. His birthday is in May and he brought up trying again and how he's in a good place at work and the timing is right. I agreed to come off BC, not really trying or prevent it, thinking it would take months to get pregnant. I get pregnant in June, 20 weeks 4 days, and we're both excited for the next chapter of our lives together. July he changes his hours and starts working more, and he tells me it's because he wants to be able to have money set aside for the baby because I won't be working for 6 to 8 weeks after birth. I don't think anything of it and think it's sweet he's trying to provide for the baby. 2 weeks ago he sits me down crying, telling me he f***ed up. I'm thinking he got fired. He cheated on me with his 20-year-old apprentice/stylist under him. I was in complete shock. Because this is what he wanted. He told me it's been going on since he found out I was pregnant, because all of a sudden things he thought about just got really real and he couldn't handle it. I told him I couldn't deal with all this now and he needed to get out and stay with friends or family. He's been calling and texting me non-stop and apologizing. Wanting to work on things, but he won't quit. I don't trust him and don't think I can unless he leaves his jobs and isn't around her all the time. I've talked to my therapist about this and I really don't know what the right answer is here. I'm not pissed, I'm hurt. He's going to be in my life forever one way or another. I told him I'm 99% sure this is something I can't get over. I'm really trying my hardest to stay calm for the baby's sake because I know stress isn't good and can lead to issues. Any advice would be great. Him not being involved is not an option. I would never be that cruel. He'll be a great father. He's so good with kids. TLDR, my fiance cheated on me with a stylist working under him and he refuses to quit, but wants to work on things. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. He pushed to start a family, and when he got exactly what he wanted it supposedly stressed him out to a point him cheated, putting you and your unborn child at risk for STI/STD. This is a part of his character, instability. It's okay to get stressed as you're undergoing significant life changes, but it's not okay to betray, lie, cheat and put those you love through callous harm. He wants to keep you and the baby and his mistress. He's still cheating and isn't willing to stop it. If he really wanted to be with you, he'd have left the job and be begging to get you to work it out on your terms. He wants to have everything he wants. Get a family lawyer to set up a custody plan, including support and visitation. Work with a therapist to help you heal and come to terms with what's happened. Set up a birth plan with a friend or family member as your birth partner, including making them your medical power of attorney if you should need one. I'm so sorry. I was a spouse that was cheated on. He was cheating before we were married and all the way through it, including when I was in labor. It would have been much easier to end it without a marriage to dissolve. It hurts like hell, but it will get better. If cheating is his solution to things getting real, particularly when the things in question are his desire to make a baby before you are ready, he is not marriage material. This is not the way your life partner should treat you, your relationship, or your collective future. Don't let him pressure you. He is the one who should be feeling pressured. His contribution to this problem is set in stone. You guys are waiting on how you respond. If he cannot respectfully wait for your decision, Shut him down or block him if necessary while you weigh your options. Reddit cannot make your decision for you. You have to live with your choice. Make it yourself, without him or us pushing you to one side or another. Whatever decision you make, be sure to lock it in with the necessary paperwork or arrangements before someone pressures you again. Remember why you came to that choice. I'm so sorry. Whatever you decide, remember you can always end the relationship. Every day you wake up, you can end it. It's not a now or never decision. If you want, you can end it now. Your child grows up happier in a split household with two happy parents, than with parents unhappy but staying together for the kids. If you want, you can try therapy together and see if it works out. Set your boundaries and conditions, for example him finding a different salon/job. That's a perfectly fine condition to set. If you want, you can wait. You do not have to decide now. Take all the time you need. Maybe you can start therapy for yourself, if you feel the need. Care for yourself first. Your body has an important job at this moment. Your physical and mental health come first. I'm so sorry he did that to you. He basically baby trapped you, and was hoping that the pregnancy would make you mentally vulnerable enough for him to get away with his shitty behavior. He won't quit his job or his side chick because he doesn't want to. He's shown you where you place in his life and heart, and you're not second best or a consolation prize that he gets to play house with. He's hoping to have his cake and eat it too, and there simply isn't enough cake to go around in this situation. Maybe he'll be a good dad, but don't think for a minute that he'll be a good partner. And here's hoping that he also doesn't get his side piece pregnant too. God, that would cause even more problems for you that you don't need. Unless you're a masochist, the relationship is dead and should stay dead forever. Don't allow him back in, and do everything you can for yourself and the baby. One day you'll find someone who will value you and not want to stray. If you can't trust him, don't be with him. If he won't do what he needs to do to re-earn your trust, don't be with him. If this is the way he acts under stress, don't be with him, because parenthood is hella stressful, and you need to be able to trust and rely on your partner. If he's really good with kids, that's great, and will probably make him a pretty good dad. It does not in any qualify him as a good boyfriend or husband. You're right that either way you're going to be tied to him for at least the next 18.5 years, so if you do decide to break up, either now, or later, the more amicably you can do it the better. Don't stay together for the baby. You can stay together if it's what you really want. Many couples are able to move past infidelity. Each couple does it differently, but it almost always involves doing whatever it takes to re-earn trust, including complete no contact with the AP, sometimes changing jobs or even moving to a new city/state. But if he's not willing to really commit wholeheartedly to you, and to what you need him to do to re-earn your trust, then he's not truly remorseful about what he did, and I would say that working on things with him won't end well. Everyone reacts differently to affairs. Some decide to work it out and stay with the person only to realize they don't actually trust them and they get divorced/break up. Some can actually get over it and stay with the person and it works out. Some realize it's not something they can get over and they do not stay with that person and move on without the added stress of not being able to trust them ever again. I'm the latter. You have to decide for yourself if you can ever trust him again. Not just if he leaves this job or not. Trust him whenever he is not with you. Can you? Not even just about it, the possibility of other situations where he has been unfaithful. Can you trust him with anything or about anything ever again? Only you can answer that. My advice is to do what will make you the most sane/happy. Do not stay with him just for the sake of the child. Children pick up on more than you think and are often traumatized by a toxic example set by their parents who should not be together but stay together because they have children. If you cannot stay with someone who broke your trust, then don't. Find a lawyer and work out custody and child support. Find a therapist to talk through this with so you aren't left alone to process. Know that this says more about him than you. You did nothing to provoke this. This is not a reflection of you. This is not your fault. He did this. I'm sorry you're having to go through it. Cheating sucks. You don't need to make a decision right away. Take time to really come to grips with this. Could you find a way to trust him again? If so, What would you need from him? Make a list, and when you are ready, share the list with him. Make it clear to him that there are no guarantees that you can ever truly forgive him. He needs to do whatever it takes to regain your trust. If that means leaving his current salon, and I agree with you, then that's what he needs to do. He needs to be completely transparent and completely remorseful. This is completely his mistake and he should own that, and it sounds like he does. Only you know what to do. What he did is wrong and would take a lot to regain any type of trust if ever. That doubt would be your heartache, not his, and will hang over you and try to control your thoughts. What is he doing? Who is he with? Can you overcome that? Only you know the answer to that. My only advice is to focus on you and the baby. Put everything else on hold until you feel you are ready to start dealing with his mistake. The baby will be a wonderful blessing to your life. Good luck, and remember that although it feels your world is crumbling a bit, it will work out. I hate him on your behalf. He is a complete pile of shit. And that would still be an insult to shit. I know it won't be easy, but I would suggest you don't get back together with him. He's shit under pressure, for something he asked for. He did not consider your feelings in any way, shape, or form. He basically threw away his and your future in a few different ways. Of course, motherhood is a nice thing, but he has soured it in a million different ways. There's no trust left. I wouldn't be able to move past it. I think you have to go with your gut on this one. If you can't get over it, don't force yourself to suppress the emotions behind this huge betrayal. It's so hard, but I would try to focus on how to move on to a relatively healthy co-parenting relationship if one could exist. I think the biggest thing for me is that this man really pushed for two things he wanted for the both of you and then flaked out immediately after he got what he wanted. I would be so concerned about how he handles adversity moving forward. Clearly, he is wildly immature, and I don't think I could move forward in a relationship with so much uncertainty. Good luck. Op: first, congratulations on the baby. Second, tell the dad to be either he quits and find a new job, attends couple therapy. You're done being a couple. He needs to earn your trust back, and by staying in that job it will never happen.